The first time I suspected was when I had my routine screening mammogram, and the technician said, "There's something here." So I immediately got an ultrasound the next day, and then had the biopsy the next day, and that was on a Friday. Monday morning, the oncologist I work with was on the phone to the lab getting the pathology. He took me into his office, held my hand the whole time he told me, "You have breast cancer." I loved the clinic, and I trusted him, and I knew he would be aggressive, and I wanted my treatment there. And he said, "Okay, let's go."
When I spoke to my grandmother, when I told her that I had cancer, my biggest concern was, how am I going to tell my children? How am I going to tell my children that I'm going to die? It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. And she said, "Heath, tell them that Mom is sick. Mom has a bug like the flu. And that the doctors are going to help you and give you medicine to get rid of that bug." And that's what we did. And it was probably the hardest thing I ever had to tell my children.
It's very, very important to understand that every family, every community is impacted by cancer.
You know, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And we know that here. And our first step is to take care of our local people, to expand it so that greater care can be given to more rather than less. We don't want people to leave the mountain. We want them to be here. So that first step is to enlarge the center to take care of our local people.
Right now, we're having a hard time with getting enough chairs to treat everyone. With the expansion, we'll be able to treat people. We'll be able to offer more services in-house rather than doing referrals. I know that the expansion of the Cancer Center is going to benefit so many people. I think being able to receive care up here on the mountain rather than driving anywhere from 2.5 to 4 hours to get your treatment is such a benefit for the patients.
I can't imagine driving every week down to Phoenix or Tucson or wherever to have treatment, and then not being able to come home because you'd have to wait the next day to get your shot, and then you don't feel like sitting in a car for 3 hours driving up the rim. There's something to be said about being in your own home and your own environment. Just have my children sit next to me on the couch or lay with me. Been a lot.
Too many people and too many families are displaced up here when they need treatment for various types of cancer. They have to go to the valley, they have to go to Flagstaff, they have to pay for meals for their family, they have to pay for board and lodging for their family, they may have to pay for daycare for children that have to stay here in school while they take another family member down there, let alone the financial impact, emotional impact that's happening in that family. There's also that disruptive impact.
I was the president of the Chamber of Commerce, director for the Show Low Chamber. And one thing that people asked when they came in the area, when they were looking at perhaps bringing a business here or even moving here, is what do we have locally? Do you have an airport? Do you have a hospital? And when you grow that hospital, especially as you're bringing your retirement community up, you have something you can depend on. That gives you trust in your community.
Partnering with the Cancer Center is going to ensure that we're able to grow and expand and meet the needs of our community. As our cancer population grows, we're going to need to provide more services, and that means we have to expand.
When you consider building a legacy, think about the things in your life that have made a difference. It could be a healthcare facility. It could be these beautiful white mountains where you come and you spend the summer up here. Consider building a legacy and investing in the future of the White Mountains, investing in an expansion of the Cancer Center here in the White Mountains at Summit Healthcare. It will make a difference in people's life for generations to come.